So sorry. Dr. Fat Finger here. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to part 2 of our season 4 review. We pressed the wrong button. So we're talking about Spenny, who is doing a photo shoot for cute videos, or the viral video. But it's kind of catastrophic. And I gotta say, in this one, Spenny really impressed me. So he does, like, he disguises himself as a lobster, and he just goes in and he goes kind of crazy. Kenny doesn't do a really good job. Kenny is just like doing this old stuff of Zarklox, the alien taking over the earth. But then at the end, Kenny does something that's really cool. So back then, this is smart. So back then, we're talking about a while ago, the biggest celebrity sex tape, and it's still the case. It is One Night in Paris, which is Paris Hilton sex tape. It's a whole ass movie. So it's like Paris in a bikini. Paris in a bikini. So then he shows Kenny in a little bit of a boxer, a little bit of a slip, and he's dancing like a dumbass, looking at Paris. So he kind of tricked the people into clicking he did a clickbait. Before clickbait was something, Kenny did a clickbait. So Spenny and himself, he does a lot. He does this guy who is really tried. He does this guy who was in Renaissance and he sees a calculator. A calculator is like, what the hell is this machine? He does a stripper. He does something as a stripper. But then his clue is like drink your piss. Drink your piss. And then at the end, Spenny drank his piss. And then there's a lot more show. There's a lot more fan of the show that are Kenny fan. So you would think that he would win, but Spenny had a lot of views. And if Kenny didn't cheat, Spenny would have won that one. Then, sadly, Kenny wins. I'm saying sadly because as you grow older, you kind of realize that Spenny did some effort. Is he my favorite character? No. Do I like Spenny? No. You might be able to recognize that he did some effort? Absolutely. So, you lose. The humiliation for this one is actually pretty simple. They have this video store and viral, and Spenny is supposed to lick the handle. And this is like a porn show. So everybody that's coming in, they're dirty. It's kind of viral. So this is disgusting. People that take pictures of Spenny doing that. Next on the list we have who can eat more meat? Who can eat more meat is another one not the most impressive video, but still. So it's simple. You can eat more meat. Kenny goes in and he's crazy. He said, "I haven't eaten meat in a while." Kenny goes really nuts, and this one Kenny is really good. So for example, he'll eat cow tongue, and what he's doing is actually quite nice. It's actually quite smart. So what he's doing is he's eating disgusting food. For example, cow tongue in front of Penny. So Penny is freaked out by eating meat, and he doesn't want to eat meat. So Kenny he eats sausage, he eats meat smoothie, so he cooks bacon. And the funniest thing is, he cooks bacon and he says, "My rabbi is going to be pissed," because Kenny is Jewish. And when you're Jewish, you're not supposed to eat pork. So he puts the food in the blender, and it's really funny because he has this necklace of sausages. However, because he ate so much fucked up food, Kenny ends up with food poisoning, and he's not able to eat it. He becomes really fucking sick. Now we got Spenny, who is eating meat. The coolest thing is there's a famous chef that's coming in, and the famous chef is like, "Yo, he's helping Spenny. He's cooking steaks," which is kind of cool that you have a chef to cook you steaks. And he tells me information that's super important. He says, as long as you're eating, as long as you're constantly eating, the moment you stop eating, you digest. So this is why people are able to eat a lot of food and not stop. Like me yapping, I didn't stop, so it's easy for me. So then Kenny gets really sick and he's not able to eat food. Spenny talks about how Kenny used to be able to eat more than him. Spenny wins. It's not a super interesting competition, but it's kind of cool. In the humiliation, I don't remember what it is. I don't remember. You got 5. If we want to get a stain loses. One of the most boring episode. It's so fucking stupid. They wear a uniform or a one piece, right? The one piece is real white bird, and it's just like about getting a stain. So, for example, they have to go to the house. Kenny, what he does is he takes the fire extinguisher and he does the whole thing, which gives everybody. They all run out, and they all run out, and because they run out, they have dirt on their feet. So they lose this, but they both have dirt on their feet. They go to eat spaghetti. Spaghetti is really hard to eat without spilling, or without making a mess. So it ends up that Kenny has a spot, but Spenny also has a spot. So it kind of cancels out. They're going in the car that drives really fast, and they have coffee in their hand, and they cannot spill coffee. This is not a stain. They do a battle where they have these paint brushes. They're super long, and they're fighting. It's just boring. It's just a boring episode. The humiliation is good, however, is because Kenny brings him a dog, and the doggy makes him walk on mud, and he's supposed to go see Spenny, and he got a dirty Spenny. However, Kenny is dumb because he called the name by his name, and the dog by his name is like, how do you know his name? So yeah, it's not the best episode. It's boring. The humiliation is Kenny. I think Spenny loses. Kenny takes a bubbles. Oh, that's a good thing though. They take a bubbles to go up the stairs and to walk, so they don't get dirty, which is amazing. So Spenny takes the bubbles, and Kenny takes kind of like a wheel, and all you have to do is push the wheels, and you're constantly walking on the wheel. So it's like a treadmill, right? So they constantly do like this, constantly do like this. So then they goes into a big bubbles. Oh my God, Penny's in the bubbles because he's not able to. He doesn't want to get stained. Kenny opens the hole and he pisses in the bubbles. That was crazy. What they do is there's a hill, and they take their dog poop, they put it in the bubbles, and they push Spenny in the bubbles. So the poop is hitting him, and kind of disgusting. This humiliation. Not a great episode, to be honest. I'm sorry. See, I'm kind of tired of Spenny versus Kenny right now, so I'm not having as much fun. And we didn't even watch the show. Imagine the second time. It's gonna be nuts. What can be tied to a goal the longest? What can be tied to a goal the longest is absolutely. And I do mean, oh, wait a second. I might have a show right now. It is 9:30, I might have a show. If I have a show, we'll stop. If I don't have a show, we'll continue. Sounds good? You okay with that? If I have a show, I'm gonna have to stop, because I'm watching TikTok battles. And these are my only, like, how can I say this? It's my only time where I'm like, holy shit, I want to watch that. I want to watch this. I want to watch this. Otherwise, I don't give a fuck. You will remember me. Okay. Come on, dude. Okay, well, you're having problems. I'm gonna use this phone. Sorry, my neighbor. I can't watch it. Oh, okay. Hey. No one called me. Did you hear the phone ring? Let's continue. I kind of have to watch for the show. Yeah. The other thing I must fun. We have 17% batteries. Let's finish the batteries. Call my mom right after. Okay, good. It's work. There you go. Please. All things life. Nope, it's not live. Okay, that's good. We get to continue. Where is it? It's funny because it's actually perfect. Who can be tied to a goal the longest is one of my favorite episodes. I could stop now though. I'm a bit tired of Teddy vs. Penny. I've been doing this for an hour. 50% batteries. I have that for one more. Let's do one more. Who can be tied to a goal the longest is this episode that seemed to be boring, but it's actually quite nice. So fun fact is the goats are one of the first how can I even talk about this episode? One of the first domestic animals and a person, well, in a family home, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. You don't think about goat as a pet. I don't know why goats are popular. Like, the goat meat is good. I don't know. Goat cheese. Not everybody likes goat cheese. It's very perfumey. Um, what else? I guess that's it. The rules, I don't remember the rules. Now, the funny thing is, they Kenny called the farmer first. Like, hey, is a goat, a female goat's calmer? It's like, yeah, it's much calmer, and it's much smaller. So Kenny gets a female goat, which is called Piltor or Pildor, Pilgor, Pilgor, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's super sweet. She's chilled. She's relaxed. Spenny gets the fucking male and heat of a goat, like his thing. So Spenny gives him bath. He poops everywhere. Spenny does actually take care of the goat for reals. He feeds him carrots, takes a bath. Kenny's like whatever. So Kenny, it's really fucking smart. Kenny, what he does is he's he's eating in front of the goat, and he's eating next to her, so it can prove that okay, well, this is safe. And also, Kenny brings on. He has those baby bottles with milk. That way, he wants Pilgo to think that it's mommy. So it's nice, so it's mommy. There's Kenny puts in the whole. He puts in lingerie too, by the way, for that, which is crazy. He puts in the whole thing of Jesus because on Jesus there was a goat, not on Jesus, but the night of Jesus' birth, it was a farm animals. One of them was a goat, so he does that, and he does a joke. What does a gay goat say when it's hungry? Hey, so that was actually funny. What's next? See, I don't mind the show. It's just that we just did this concentrated, and that's really rough. So Kenny fucks a lot with the goat. For example, he'll give Spenny goat a some Red Bull, and he'll piss on the bed of Spenny, and it says, "Oh, it's the goat." But he gives Red Bull to the goat, and Spenny is so fucking smart because he puts in rat poison on the shelf on the desk, so Spenny thinks that he put some rat poison, but he never did. So he goes to the vet. The vet goes in. It's like, yo, you owe us money. And Spenny's like, oh my god, this is expensive. Then they get tired, and the house is really starting to stink because they're shitting everywhere. You're starting to have flies, and the problem with this competition is they didn't put in a time. So usually they put in 3 days, but this one they didn't put it in 3 days. So Spenny's like, we can wait until they're dead, and then we'll cook the meats. So this is crazy. Also, there's moments where Kenny pretends like the gold is a psychologist, and he makes fun of Spenny and how Spenny is gay for him. So this is things that we saw before, but it's still funny stuff. You know, it's funny stuff because it's part of the lore. It's part of the general experience of Kenny versus Spenny. Then Kenny does something that's crazy fucking smart, and this is really something that is impressive. He goes to a butcher shop, right, and he brings a goat, and comes out with a goat that has no skin. He said, "Hey, we can chop it up and eat it." And then he said, before he says if the goat dies, I'll just have to carry the bone. It's much less heavy. So then Spenny gives shit to Sebi, which is Kenny's best friend. It's like, how can you let him do this? And Kenny says, don't give shit to Sebi. He didn't do shit. So this is a reveal that whenever Kenny goes too far, Sebi is usually the one to tell him, yo, you're going too far. This I didn't know. This I really didn't know. And when you see the commentary, it's most of all, it's Kenny that kind of like bossing around Sebi. However, that's not the case. Sebi's been there since day one. I like Sebi a lot. So then he brings the lambs onto the table. It's that it's dead. And Spenny's like, let me teach you about perspective. Let me teach you about priorities in life. So what he does is he take out the rope from his leg. Then Kenny's like, yo, but another thing. Spenny actually tried to be part of this competition, and he made an effort. I gotta give more props to Spenny, man. So what he did was he looked at the. Oh, there you go. It's live. He's live. Give me a sec. He's live. Might not be live. If he's not live, well, I got 10% batteries. I can't. I'm gonna finish this and we'll go. Not a big deal. No live tonight. What's weird? So then, what he does is he brings molasses and honey, and he sprayed the rope on the rope of he sprayed on his rope of Kenny. That way, the goat eats the rope. See, the goat, if it eats the rope, cannot win. And then Kenny's like, he caught him. Like, you think I'm gonna get a rope that is? Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. And this one, I'm starting to appreciate Spenny more and more. And Spenny, what he does, Kenny, what he does, which is really smart, is he has a long rope. So most of the time, Pilgor is chilling with Spenny, and Pilgor is chilling with the other goats. So Spenny gets mad and said, "It's not fair that I have to take care of. It's not fair that you have to take care of your goat and my goat." And then Kenny's like, "Let it die. Who cares? Who cares?" Also, Spenny has a short rope, so what he'll do is Spenny will try to spook it. For example, it'll have a RC car, which is something that you can remote control the car, and the goat will go crazy. That was actually really nice. What's next? I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Yeah. So on one foot he has Pilgor, which is still alive, and on the other, he has a goat that is dead. So he never killed Pilgor, and Pilgor's okay. And Kenny's like, I can't believe he thought I would kill Pilgor. It's a really good competition. It's a really good. It's something that you have to see. You really have to see it to appreciate it. Now you're at 7% batteries, so I'm gonna stop here. But we did videos for an hour 44, plus the 30 minutes of the TikTok live. So we just did content for 2 hours and a half. Hell yeah. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.